don't have to race to create value. The race is the platform. The race is the base. It's the foundation. It's why people are watching you. But you don't have to race to create value for sponsors. That's your credibility. You can do a lot of other things to create value for sponsors. You can get in the media. You can get in on television. You get in magazines. You can send out, as Ron did, through a publicist, you can send out press releases and it gets picked up. You can do social posts. You can create value in social media. And Megan, that's what you're outstanding at, is the creating value through social media. And I think we've heard it from several panelists on the call, how they use you, they like your services, and you create value for them, that value transfers over to their sponsors. So let's pull up Dan from PRI Magazine, Elon Werner from Werner Communications, and Don O'Neill should be here. When you're at a race and when you're racing, the series and the series video or live stream or television will do most of the promoting during the actual event. But when you're not at the event, like Ron said, when in between the events, that's when most of the real work takes place. Can you let us know what racers can do by using your resources, your media, to create value for their sponsors so that the sponsors pay more?
Yes. So social media is kind of, that's my my expertise. And social media is free. Anybody can use it. You don't have to be a professional team, or you don't have to have tens or hundreds of thousands of followers. Really, none of that matters. It's all about how consistent you are with posting on social media. That doesn't mean you have to post every single day. As long as you are on a consistent routine, so whether that's every other day, if you're just doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, something like that, or even just 2 days a week, the biggest thing is to just stay consistent. And I also tell my followers, you don't have to be on every single platform that's out there. There's so many out there, but really focus on the audience that you are trying to reach and where are they at. So like Jackie said, she's trying to reach the younger demographics, so 18 to 30-year-olds. Well, they're going to be on platforms like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. So that means you need to have a presence there if that is the company you are trying to go after. And like I said, you don't have to have a huge following, you don't have to have a big presence there, but just be on there and you can get started and grow from there once you make a content plan to promote that company and to specifically reach that audience. So that's what I always like to focus on with social media. I am actually switching the direction I'm heading on social media this year. So Instagram has always been my number one. And then Facebook was always my number two. I've really just stuck with those two platforms, but I'm actually going to be switching gears this year and focusing on YouTube, which is something I haven't used in quite a few years. And so I had a videographer with me at the track last weekend while we were testing, got tons of footage. We did a couple commercials. And so I'm able to hire him and have him film and edit, make YouTube videos for me. And so that's going to be my focus for this year. And then I'm actually going to be, my second focus will be Facebook and then Instagram from there. Because if you guys are like me, you've noticed your Instagram views and your reach has gone down. And now Instagram wants you to pay to be on the platform and get more followers and views and impressions and all that stuff. So I am going to be taking a step back from Instagram and trying something new. So Don, how about you? How about podcasting? How can a racer use that to grow their following, grow their reach, and help out their sponsors?
Well, I think the first thing that to kind of go along with what you're saying, the direction you're going to go with YouTube, when you're not racing, there's all kinds of other media outlets for you to get involved with, all kinds of different motorsports podcasts. And it can obviously go back down into being some of the takeaways from the top of the show, being clever, right? If you are a guy like me, you're a veteran. So being involved with some different veterans podcasts and talk about whatever that it may be that you're passionate about. There's different ways for you to be able to impact, and you impact more people to allow whatever brands or whomever it is that you're working with, then you can drag them along. As I say, with the, as Steve said, emotional attachment, you get them to drag along with you and they bond with you. And that is something that you can do every day, regardless of whether or not you're at a race or actually competing. It's all season or in the season. And so you take people like Elon, who has a Rolodex that's like 6 deep over there, and you can then caveat your relationships in. And now he's got the ability to go out into media outlets when you are racing, and he can leverage your story, your background, and get you more attention that's actually tied to the on track piece or the in market piece, if you will. So it just, you have to be very creative about it, and you have to sit back and think, because not everybody is just going to have that the light bulb gets really bright moment. But podcasting was something that came up for me, and now I flipped it over with Flow, and the opportunities continue to move on and on. And at the end of the day, I'll have the opportunity to not just be known as a guy that holds a steering wheel. I have a little bit more diverse resume moving forward.
Yes, and congratulations on the Flow deal. So that's exciting.
It was fun. And anybody that tells you that any monkey can get in front of a camera and just talk on cue, I beg to differ, because I talk on cue a lot, but I was not able to pull that off as easy as I thought I would.